Femi Adefeso has joined us now. Femi, Kano Pillars started this competition with a very big loss, and everybody felt it was a reflection of the state of basketball in Nigeria. But see how they powered back, narrowly missing out on the place in the final. It shows basketball is not bad after all.
Yes, not bad, but it could be better, a whole lot better. And if there was better preparation and maybe increased chances, if perhaps customs also showed up, and it could have also opened, a bigger opportunity for perhaps two teams to get in the fray. But Kano Pillars came, they fought. I think they fought gallantly. I wasn't able to watch the game live, but I followed through the instant stats, and they did pretty well. Although at some point, at halftime, it was tied, 34-34. Late in the third quarter, the Al Ahly guys pulled away, to lead by 10 points. And then late in the game, it was in between 3 points to 4 points to 5 points before they eventually, lost the game by 6. But the crowd, massive. I was chatting with Nodi just before I came in, and I was talking about how big the crowd is. That even some MPFL teams, can't pull out, the crowd that has come into the stadium to watch a game of basketball. That's how big, it is. Looking at African basketball and the way it's growing, and how much we can harness, from this. The win was very big for them. It was massive. And at this point, with 22 seconds to go, nailing that 3-point shot, just killed it for the Pillars. But they fought gallantly. They'll be playing the third place match tomorrow against AS Saleh for a place. At least, if they're able to do that, they'll equal the record of Dodan Warriors, who, of course, are finished third at this level. That's the highest we've come. When it comes to the men's kid, of course, First Bank for the women's, have won twice before, 2003 and 2009. So it's going to be Recreativo de Libolo champions in 2014 against Al Ahly, the host team. I'm sure it will be a full house at the arena, and it's just sad that it's not going to be Nigeria. I was very optimistic, that Kano Pillars will pull through, having been able to successively get those wins. After they lost their final game to Al Ahly, coincidentally. So I thought they would revenge.
But it was a closer game this time, so we must commend the Pillars. But they should go for it. Go for the bronze third
go for the bronze medal
and try to win it. That equals what First Bank was also able to achieve.
Dodan Warriors was able to achieve.
For the women, First Bank also finished in
finished third. Yes,
so that it will be good for at least. Okay, very quickly, back to school. Lagos State basketball. What is it about?
Yes, this is a project that has been ongoing for about 4 weeks now, and they'll be playing the finals competition. 63 schools, across rural local governments. We'll be picking out the best talents from them. They'll be competing. So the finals will be on Saturday. So if you're free, Teslim Balogun Stadium is where to be. These are primary school students. They are still in school. They are gotten from public schools and some private schools across the Surulere local government. So between age 10 and below. That's what you'll be seeing. So this is catching them young, fresh.
Grassroots
and it's
basketball development.
What we need. And I like the fact that a lot of these, developmental programs are springing up here and there. We talked about the Bounce Niger, also initiative that will be taking place at the Victoria Garden City from the 19th to 22nd. This is another one, and this is a competition this time around. And it also takes us to the Youth Alive, basketball, which is going to Ekiti for the second time.
Okay.
He started out last year going outside of Lagos. Now everybody's catching the fever. We hear academies from Warri, from neighboring states in Osun, Ondo states will also be trying to move to Ekiti just to have a feel of the fun. This is something that has been in Lagos for almost 8 years now, 9 years technically, and now is beginning to graduate to other southwestern states. And
I believe it will go beyond the southwest.
Yes,
later on, spread across Nigeria.
But what is beautiful about this is that now we are beginning to be able to build a database, for our local young players, and hopefully we can build the future for basketball with all of these programs put together.
All right, thank you so much, Femi, for speaking to us. But Wale, let me allow you say your last words as we wrap it up. You've had very tremendous contributions today around funding and all of that.
Yeah. My thoughts are simple. You've mentioned it. We're in the era where new chairmen or presidents of federations will emerge. Someone has to be asking the question, what is your plan to involve private sector Nigeria?
In your funding?
In your plans for your federation. Same applies to the NFF. The AFN also be getting a president very soon. What is your plan to get the private sector involved?
All right, that's our parting shot on the program tonight, guys. I must thank you so much for your time. And I must also thank you for watching and tell you that there is still one more edition of Sports Tonight that will be tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye-bye now.